Ales.
I didn't want that to start then. Blooper. It's got to be a blooper, that one, because I didn't want it to start. Flipping heck, it's done it again. It started on its own. I didn't want it to start on its own. But anyway, nevertheless, it started on its own, so I shall start as well. Even though I'm not really ready. I've got to prepare myself, you know, for greeting the public. Honestly. Are you my public? Ah, well, I'm just an old bloke who talks about beer. But anyway, however, welcome to Andy Does Ales. It's a good job I've got my beer here, ready to do. Otherwise, there'd be an empty space while I've done a blooper already. Anyway, let's... Oh, goodness sake, let's crack on. Right. How are we all? It's flipping chucking it down here again. Looks like we're going to have a lousy summer this year, so we don't want that. But being inside gives you the opportunity to drink some decent beer, and that's what I'm going to do now, hopefully. I saw this bottle on the shelf in one of the supermarkets. I can't remember which one it was. It was on its own. I saw it and I went, skoosh! And it appeared in my basket. I liberated it from the shelf because it was on its own. Now, I've a lot of respect for this brewery because it provides one of my top 5 beers, which is Old Peculiar. Now, that's giving you the clue as to the brewery, hasn't it? Good old Theakstons of Yorkshire. Ah, yes. Now then, is this going to be a quality beer by then, or is it going to be a little bit off? Let's see. It's a porter. Now, I like a porter, but it's a salted caramel porter. For goodness sake, Theakstons, what are you playing at? Well, brewing legends, yeah. Now, is it going to be a legendary brew? This is what the question is. And this is the way that I'm going to provide the answer. 4.2%. So it's it's a bit of a sort of a slacky porter, isn't it? Porters are usually quite generous with their ABV, aren't they? It doesn't say what hops are in it or anything like that. So let's have a look. Salted caramel. Now then, this gave me a little bit of an idea that I've been mulling over for the last few weeks. Let's get my cap gun out. As you know, right on the stairs. Beautiful. As you know, I do like music and beers together. And so I've explored quite a few of the mainstream beers and music together. Iron Maiden, Status Quo, Priest, AC/DC, stuff like that. I thought a little bit diverse. Let's think of tracks by certain bands and a beer that would go with that track. So, for instance, this week's band are going to be Deep Purple because they're my favourite band. And, there was a bubble skating across the thing there. Let's put that there so you can see it. Look at that. It is a porter, definitely. Slight reddish hue, but not quite see-through. Anyway, I was going to say, with it being a porter, the Deep Purple track I was thinking of was Smoke on the Water. Has to be a porter, doesn't it? Because first of all, it rhymes. Smoke on the Porter. A lovely, let's say a 6% smoked porter. That would go down great. And what about the new track, Arrogant Boy? A 6.6% IPA. So you get the idea. Oh, that smells very chocolatey. Very caramel, chocolatey. I'm sorry, Theaks. That doesn't work. That's like drinking iced coffee. That really doesn't work. Now I am really disappointed about that. that doesn't work at all. That doesn't taste like a beer. It tastes like a cold coffee. There's no beer taste to it at all. I am very, very disappointed in Theakstons in brewing a beer like that. Terrible. Way too much of a coffee taste to it. Way too much. Salted caramel porter. I can't even taste any caramel. I can smell caramel, but I can't taste anything. And it doesn't say anything about the... most of it's in a foreign language, so I have no idea why that is. But I'm afraid, Theakies, that's a no. That really does taste bad. And I've said it again, I'll say it again, I'm disappointed. I thought Theakstons would have upped the game with something like this and make it a little less strong on the taste. Have a hint, but that is in your face, that really is. Anyway, I think I shall have to put that down the sink. Honestly, it's bad. And I'm surprised. Anyway, I digress again, because let's talk about this music and video and beer thing. Let's talk about Deep Purple then. Well, we'll try and, if I remember, because I'm an old man and very forgetful and very doddery these days. Like I said, Smoke on the Porter. Did I say 5.6% porter? Smoked porter? That would be better than that one. And then the new one, the new track, Arrogant Boy. If you haven't heard it yet, go and listen to it. It's very good. Simon McBride does a really, really good job on guitar. And that Arrogant Boy would be a 6.6 IPA, I reckon. So, what other tracks could you batch beers to? Stormbringer, Burn, Child in Time, Machine Head, the albums, even the albums. Have a think. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you have this salted caramel, let me know what you think of that. I think it's blooming awful. And it's not often I turn down a good beer from Theakstons, but that one is going to be off. So, folks, let me know what you think. It'd be good to interact with you in the comments. So please do have a think and see what you can come up with beer styles for track names. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, you can do. If you don't, then you don't have to. And I'll see you on the next one, which hopefully will be a better beer than that. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers, and may your gunpowder stay dry.